Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. What is going on? So we have recession fears. Bitcoin is dropping a little from yesterday's video. And should we panic right now? The answer is no. There are recession fears. We have a big jobs report coming out tomorrow here in the US. And overall, things are looking kind of crazy. But this is not the time to panic. If anything, I always preach this deals, deals, deals. Bitcoin was given to us because of distrust in government, because of the '08 financial crisis, and keep printing away the fiat, buying power just going down to nothing. Bitcoin saves us from that. That's the only thing. It really, really does save us. And once you truly understand that and how we're built on a house of debt and is just crumbling, not only in the US, but all around us, you will truly appreciate the gift that is Bitcoin. So let's take a look and see what's going on with this price right now and why I am not worrying. But it's good to be aware of what's happening around you, especially in macro conditions. So if we take a look at fear and greed right now, it's up from yesterday. Yesterday we were at 27, so now 29, still in fear. Again, if you look at the sentiment around crypto Twitter and YouTube and all of that, you would think it's worse than that. But it's at 29, so we did increase a bit. Well, look at last month. Last month we were at extreme fear. So people are starting to understand what's happening. And typically September is not a good month for stocks or crypto. So par for the course. Now let's take a look at the price. If we look at coin market cap, we see Bitcoin's down past 7 days 5%. Price is 56. When I was starting this video to record, is around 55. So we're ticking up a little. Ethereum, man, Ethereum, I don't know what's happening with ETH. ETH's down to 23.69. You just have the market conditions, right? Everything we have going on, and you have a freaking Grayscale still unloading ETH, and not to mention just the competition with other L1s. So that's what's hurting ETH's price right now. But when the market turns around, ETH should be better, right? Sol is down 7.5%, 129 bucks. XRP down 3%. Toncoin down 11%. Cardano down 8%, 32 cents. Avalanche down 6%. Chainlink down 8%. We have DOT down 5%. Litecoin up 5.8%. Interesting. And Near, which is an AI play, is down 11%. In the top 20, Near I think is a good buy. Chainlink's a good buy. Avalanche a good buy. ADA's a good buy. Solana, and of course Bitcoin. That's where I'm at with it. So most people are despaired and you get discouraged, and I get it, man, because we're thinking, half, the Bitcoin halving happened. Now it's time to pump, right? And you keep hearing it. It's coming, but it hasn't happened yet. Good things come to those who wait. If a lot of people had the patience to withdraw the volatility of crypto, there'll be so much more millionaires in the world right now. But it's not made for everyone. And once you understand, this is how it, historically, that's how it moves, very volatile. Just the way it goes high, like higher than any other stock, it can go down just as fast. And once you can stomach that and have true conviction in what you are investing in, this is nothing. You just go with it, right? Because at the end of the day what's going to happen. So in my mind, I think there's some good deals. Also, past the top 20, there's some good deals as well. But still, the reason I'm focusing on Bitcoin right now, I'm not making many altcoin videos because we're currently in Bitcoin season, right? According to this here. And altcoin season, you typically don't see that until like the spring and summer of the following year, the parabolic season. So that's why I'm focusing on Bitcoin right now. And plus, Bitcoin kind of controls the market. How Bitcoin moves typically is how the other alts move. And if we look at the past 90 days, we see that looks like Helium is killing it right now. Aave is killing it right now. But again, good deals. I don't see this as something bad. But look at the, from the highs, look at the discounts that you're getting. Near 47%, Injective 40%, Toncoin 35%, ADA 30%, Sol 23%, even Bitcoin down 21%, and so on and so forth. So good deals to be had, right? So now let's get into the macro as far as US was happening. And layoffs jump in August while hiring in 2024 is at a historic low. And that kind of, wasn't good for the market. You wake up and this is what you hear as far as US economy, and things aren't getting great. The report showed the biggest growth in planned layoffs came in technology field, with companies announcing 41,000 cuts, the most in 20 months. So tech, crypto kind of go hand in hand, and just right now, people are scared, right? You have interest rates that are still high, although they're going to cut them, especially with all this bad economic news. The cuts will come, but when cuts come, will that be a message of, okay, we plan on cutting, inflation's controlled, or would it be, hey, we're scared, we're going to cut 0.25%, now we're going to cut, 50 points. So we don't know how to take it, but either way, all the rate hikes, all the inflation, people are hurting. Not only people, but businesses, as you can see with layoffs. And again, that's why I preach Bitcoin, because right now it's the only thing that is not just diminishing as far as purchasing power goes. You name the country, no matter where it is, the fiat is not buying you the same thing it bought 10 years ago, right? And then with a recession, what typically comes are rate cuts, and then they will start printing even more money. So the purchasing power that you have now that's already diminished is going to be diminished even further. That's why we need something like Bitcoin that cannot be inflated away, and it just has staying power. It's just going to appreciate over time. So I think Bitcoin is a gift, and it's, if you're paying attention, all the signs are around us that we probably need to focus a little bit more and DCA more into Bitcoin, not financial advice. Tomorrow we have big news here in the US. Will be the Friday jobs report. So is it going to show what we're anticipating? It looks like economists are predicting that it should be a slight decline of 4.2%. So if it comes up worse than that, then we can see the market even turn even lower. And if that happens, then Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, has a decision to make. Do I cut 25 or do I go up 50? So tomorrow's a big day, and everyone will be glued. Around 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, we'll probably get the news and see what that number is. But again, just if you look at the signs all around us, just things are looking kind of gloomy right now. 10 years ago, things were easier. Housing was affordable, cars were affordable. Now just to live, it's out of control. And if you have a family, wife, your kids, just wanting to go to Disney World, going to an amusement park, going out to eat is just an extra challenge than it was 10 years ago. So all this inflation and everything is getting more and more expensive, but the dollar and your fiat is going like this. So you just got to work extra hard, even just to catch up. So Bitcoin, again, I think is a gift that we should probably take a harder look at. Then also, according to Charlie Biao, the yield curve has inverted. And basically, he said that the longest yield curve inversion in history has ended with the 10-year Treasury yield, which is 3.7%, now 1 basis point above the 2-year yield, 3.76. Historically, the flip back to positive after a long inversion has occurred near the start of recessions. And if we look at this chart here, you see that whenever that goes under here and it starts to go back up again, that's recession territory. So not to go too much into history, but this is around the dot-com bubble, right? And 06, 07, we know what happens following that. That was the financial and what led to Bitcoin in 08, right? So you look at every time this goes below this line, and then now we're here again. So trending up, generally, historically speaking, trends is a recession. Now, what's going to happen in Bitcoin and crypto during a recession? No one knows. Bitcoin really hasn't been through a recession or crypto, but it has endured a pandemic. And during that time, Bitcoin did crash, flash crash, but then slowly it gained back and came up to new highs. So we know it can withstand things like that. But it has, and crypto has never been through a recession. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But the reason for this video is to show you what's going on in the world, and stacking Bitcoin is a good opportunity, something that we probably should all think about. Now, the market's predicting September 18th in the US that we may get a quarter basis point cut, which will bring us to 5%. And then November, they're predicting 50, December 25, January of next year 50, and then March 25. So if we look at this chart here, we see that after all the market anticipation and what they're believing is going to happen, that we should be from 5.1% here in the US. And it's not only in the US, other central banks are doing the same thing. But by the time we hit peak parabolic season for Bitcoin and crypto alts 2025, which should be like spring into summer into fall. Look at this interest rate going down, 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 down. And when that happens, more people have more money to spend, and risk on, such as crypto and Bitcoin, will rock. So you add this with everything that historically should be happening next year, things are looking pretty good. That's why when I show you this, buying opportunity, guys, buying opportunity. No, we're not going to stay down forever. I don't think we are. And if we do, so be it. But I don't think we are. But these are all buying opportunities right now. Everything I just showed you. Then also, if we look at, this is Vivek, he just posted this today. Bitcoin is now the 6th top monetary asset in the world. 6th. So you go from something that was, described as funny money back in the day, and people paid whatever, 10 or 20 just to get a pie of pizza or a couple of pies of pizza, to where it is today. Now that's only like a little bit over a decade ago. Now, if you add 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where will Bitcoin be? I see trajectory going up. Again, Bitcoin higher, solid. You can't inflate it. You can't keep printing more of it or producing more of it. And fiat is the opposite. So just look at that. In its short lifetime, it's already above silver. So that's very, very nice. Also, we see that I got news today that MasterCard, in affiliation with, I guess, a big bank in Europe, is allowing or having a MasterCard debit card. And basically is pulling funds from a cold wallet or hot wallet, whatever you have. So that's good. That's slowly showing adoption. And, right now MasterCard is huge, and it's just a slow thing that's going to happen. It's start trickling. And then once there's regulation here in the US and other countries, crypto is going to take over. And that's the way I see it. So purpose of the video today is to let you know, hey, we have some doom and gloom, a lot of things going on right now in the US and all over the world. However, we have Bitcoin. Don't lose focus. When people are talking crazy, remember why you got into it in the beginning. Stay focused. If I can reach one person, that's cool. If I can reach more than that, that's even better. But just know that once you make it to the promised land and you're sitting pretty and everyone else is struggling, and you know that you stacked and you and your family are safe, you're protected for the future generations to come, that you were stacking when other people were scared. So that's all I got for you today. Hope you have a good night, and until tomorrow.